All right, hi guys, doing today we're gonna hop into the reading of Leviticus 3 and Leviticus 4. The first things first, let me make sure you like the video. Let's get straight into it. And if his oblation be a sacrifice of peace offering, if he offer it of the herd, whether it be male or female, he shall offer it without blemish to the Lord. He shall lay his hand upon the head of his offering and kill it at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's sons, the priests, shall sprinkle blood upon the altar round about. He shall offer of the sacrifice of the peace offering and an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is on them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys, it shall he take away. And Aaron's son shall burn it upon the altar, upon the burnt sacrifice, which is upon the wood that is on the fire, is it an altering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord. And if his offering for a sacrifice of peace, offering unto the Lord be made of flocks, male or female, he shall offer it without blemish. If he offer a lamb for his offering, then he shall offer it before the Lord. He shall lay his hands upon the head of the offering, and kill it before the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's son shall sprinkle the blood thereof round about the altar. He shall offer of the sacrifice the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat thereof, the whole rump. And if he shall take off hard of the backbone, and the fat that covers the inwards, and the fat that is on the inwards, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys, it shall take away. The priest shall burn upon the altar. It is the food, the offering made by fire unto the Lord. If his offering be a goat, then he shall offer it before the Lord. He shall lay his hand upon the head of it, kill it before the tabernacle congregation, and Aaron's sons shall sprinkle the blood thereof upon the altar round about, and he shall offer this offering, even an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat that covers the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, the two kidneys, the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys shall he take away, and the priest shall burn upon the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire for a sweet savor. All the fat is the Lord's. It shall be a perpetual statute for your generations throughout all your dwellings, that ye eat neither fat nor blood. Then we go on to chapter 4. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a soul shall sin through ignorance against any of the commands which the Lord concerneth, things which ought not to be done, and shall he do against any of them? If the priest that is anointed do sin according to the sin of the people, then let him bring for his sin, which he hath sinned, a young bullock without blemish unto the Lord for a sin offering. He shall bring the bullock unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, and shall lay his hand upon the bullock's head, and kill the bullock before the Lord. If the priest that is anointed shall take the bullock's blood and bring it to the tabernacle of the congregation, the priest shall dip his finger in the blood, sprinkle the blood 7 times before the Lord, before the veil of the sanctuary, and the priest shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar of sweet incense before the Lord, which is in the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall pour the blood of the bullock at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. He shall take off from it the fat of the bullock for the sin offering, the fat that covers the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys he shall take away. As it was taken off from the bullock of the sacrifice of peace offerings, the priest shall burn upon them the altar of burnt offering, and the skin of the bullock, and all his flesh, with his head, and his legs, and his inwards, and his dung. Even the whole bullock shall he carry forth without the camp into a clean place, where the ashes are poured out, and burn him on the wood with fire. Where the ashes are poured out shall he be burnt. And if the congregation of Israel sin through ignorance, the thing he be hid from his eyes of the assembly, they have done somewhat against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which should not be done, and are guilty. When the sin, which they have sinned against, it is known in the congregation, they shall offer a young bullock for the sin, and bring before him the tabernacle of the congregation. The elders of the congregation shall lay their hands upon the head of the bullock before the Lord, and the bullock shall be killed before the Lord. And the priest that is anointed shall bring the bullock's blood of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the priest shall dip his finger in some of the blood, and sprinkle it 7 times before the Lord, even before the veil. He shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar, which is before the Lord, that is in the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall pour out all the blood at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. He shall take all the fat from him, and burn it upon the altar. He shall do with the bullock as he did with the bullock for a sin offering, so shall he do with this, and the priest shall make an atonement for them, and it shall be forgiven them. He shall carry forth the bullock without the camp, and burn him as he burned the first bullock. It is a sin offering for the congregation. When a ruler hath sinned in somewhat done through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Lord, which his God is concerning things which should not be done, and is guilty of his sin wherein he hath sinned, come to his knowledge, he shall bring his offering, the kids of goats, a male without blemish, shall lay the head upon the goat, kill it in the place where they offer burnt offerings before the Lord. It is a sin offering. And the priest shall take of the blood of the sin offering with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out his blood at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering. And he shall burn all his fat upon the altar as the fat of the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall make an atonement for him as concerning his sin, and it shall be forgiven him. And if any one of the common people sin through ignorance, when he doeth somewhat against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which ought not to be done, and be guilty of his sin which he has sinned, come to his knowledge, then he shall bring his offering, a kid of the goats, a female without blemish, for his sin which he had sinned, and he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering, and slay the sin offering in the place of the burnt offering. Priest shall take the blood thereof with his finger, put it upon the horns of the altar of the burnt offering, and shall pour out the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar, and he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat is taken away from the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn it upon the altar for a sweet savor unto the Lord, and the priest shall make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. And if a lamb for the same offering he shall bring it a female without blemish. He shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering, slay it for the sin offering in the place where they kill burnt offerings, and the priest shall take the blood of the sin offering with his finger, and place it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar. He shall take away the fat thereof, as the fat of the lamb is taken away from the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn them upon the altar according to the offerings made by fire unto the Lord, and the priest shall make an atonement for sin that he has committed, and it shall be forgiven him. That'll be all. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Peace.